Christmas, everyone. You're listening to Healing Wisdom. I'm Pandora Peoples, and today we have Stephane Wremble back with us. He is a musician, composer, and singer. His latest album, Django, New Orleans, Hors, Serie, is a follow-up to his first Django album, and we're very pleased to have him with us today. Welcome, Stephane. Thank you so much for being with us. So can you talk about what brought you to create this second album of New Orleans-inspired Django piece?
It was very unusual because it's one of my fans, a friend and fan, who asked me if he sent me a list of songs and he said, if you like these songs and you want to record them, I would love to hear your take on them and I would produce the album. And he said also he would like to put some videos on it. So he did put the video on one of the songs. But so I really like his selection of songs. They were like a little bit unusual, and I love to work around like someone else's suggestion. It's good too, you know what I mean? It's a different thing.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I'm wondering, I thought it was kind of an interesting selection of pieces, and it starts off with a really groovy version of Tango with really interesting lyrics. I'd love for you to talk a little bit about Sarah. Is it Sarah King? Her lyrics. She has a quirky, unique, very authentic, old-timey voice. Can you talk about working with her and what she brought to the project?
I love working with Sarah, first because she's very professional, so she works hard to get like her parts done well and all that. Of course, she's a great artist already to start with, but it's very important. She's a good friend, you know. She also a good presence to help like organize like rehearsals and stuff, reminding of things, and she's a very active part of the whole project, you know. And she has a very unique voice, which I really love. I think it fits exactly perfectly for what we do, you know what I mean? So it's always a mix of the music and the personality. Both are crucial. You cannot just have like 9 people who don't get along together. That's terrible, you know what I mean? I had like a couple of like weird things happening in this band with other people. I had to like let go of them and replace them with other people who were equally as good in the instrument. Of course, being good at an instrument, you also have a different personality. So no matter what, it changes the sound. Because it's not just a written part, it's also, there's always like a person at the other end. So it changes a bit the aesthetic. So I had to replace people who didn't have the right vibe for the project with people who had the right vibe for the project and would bring also their own aesthetic.
Yeah.
I think like we found a very good harmonious band. We also have a couple of subs. Lately we found 2 or 3 subs that are working great as well. So we have like, it's like a soccer team. We have the team, and if one cannot make it, we have other people who are like great too. Great players, they fit in the project, and they also have an awesome personality. So that's what we require, you know. So it's very important. It's very important because when you're like 9 people together, if you have to say to someone, okay, we need to leave New York at 2 p.m., you cannot start to have people like not showing up, being late, forgetting their instrument, like things like, you know, you can't. It's so important to not have to worry about people. They're going to come, they're going to do the job. They know they're going to be on time, they're going to play what needs to be played, and they are awesome players. So the thing is going to be rolling. So that makes everything like very smooth, you know. It's very difficult to find like people who are responsible and artistic and nice. And you see, it's a very difficult thing to build a team, no matter what you do. It's like a collective sport, you know. If you have a soccer team, you are building a team. So you need the right teammate, balanced the right way. It's not like just bringing stars in it, you know what I mean, and collecting people. That doesn't work like that. It's a team. It's a teamwork, you know. And that's what we do, you know.
you talk about the arrangements?
They are all done in the studio. For example, for Libertango, it's a song I always wanted to record. So when he put it on the list, I was like, perfect, that's the right opportunity. Except I didn't know there existed a 1984, I think, or 86 version of Grace Jones. So it's a little bit like 80s reggae, like remade, with her own lyrics, which are a bit dark, but it's okay. And I was like, wow, that sounds actually cool. It's a cool version. Very, very cool version. Very different than the original. So what we decided is to combine all that. To take the original, import those lyrics in it, and play it with our sound, and find a way. So the way we work for Django New Orleans, and actually for every record we do, we have a song, and we don't know what we're going to do. So we play it. So first, usually we do a rehearsal where we sit down and we play the songs and try to find the right groove and we try to have an idea of where it's going to go. So when we're in the studio, we sit down, we play the song, we try to find the right vibe for it, then we try to have the right intro, the right outro, who is doing solos where, who is taking which voice. See, like who is playing a melody. Like, for example, we decided the trumpet with the mute had almost a bit of an accordion quality, you know what I mean? So it was good to play like one of the A's like that, and the violin will double with me or play long. When does it to play long? Like, who plays what? That's a thing we do in the studio on the spot.
And how long does that take you guys?
Well,
that's a lot of moving parts with such a big band without planning it all out. So how long does it take?
Usually, so once we do that and we have the song, like we feel we have the intro, we know how it unfolds, then we record like 2 or 3 versions until we get it. And once we have a good version, then we move to the next song. And the process can take usually a couple of hours.
Wow. That is really cool. That is really cool.
It usually takes us about an hour to figure it out things. And then we get you play a song, you just recorded a song. So now you have to do something else. So you start the song, you get in the spirit of the song, in the mind of the song. We talk, we exchange, you could do this, you could do that. This is the dynamic here, how it should be. Here we're going to go piano, here we're going to go forte, here. And we play, and we know when we get it. And then we just play it 3 times, 2, 3 times, done.
Right.
And we go to the next song. So usually grab a coffee, something, refresh the mind for 10 minutes, go to the next song. So we usually can record 4 songs a day. So to create an album like that, it's 3 days of work.
Can you talk about your 7th track? I can't pronounce it, but the vocals are great. And who was on vocals for that?
Le Poinçonneur des Lilas. It's the ticket puncher of the subway station of Les Lilas in Paris. Because in the 50s, when Serge Gainsbourg wrote this song, it was in 1958. And back then you didn't have turnstiles or machines. So you had a man who was stuck under the earth in the subway and 8 to 5 punching little holes in people's tickets all day long. So it's called Le Poinçonneur, punching guy, des Lilas, of the station Les Lilas. It's a very beautiful and poetic song. It's unbelievable text. And I'm the one singing.
You are, yeah. I thought you might be. It's so great. Good for you. Is that how many? Yeah.
That came with him proposing this song. It's you know what? There is 2 Gainsbourg songs. We have a similar range, and I like to sing, and I never sing. I'm not a singer, but it's fun. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna sing it. So I sang both of them in the album.
Yeah.
So that encouraged me to sing. I sing also live. And to sing, so the next album is going to feature also 2 more. I'm going to try to sing 2 per album.
Je suis le poinçonneur des lilas, le gars qu'on croise et qu'on ne regarde pas. Y a pas de soleil sous la terre, drôle de croisière. Pour tuer l'ennui, j'ai dans ma veste les extraits du Reader Digest. Et dans ce bouquin, y a écrit que dégasse la coule douce à Miami. Pendant ce temps que je fais le zouave au fond de la cave, paraît qu'il n'y a pas de saut métier, moi je fais des trous dans les billets. Je fais des petits trous, encore des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, toujours des petits trous, des trous de seconde classe, des trous de première classe. Je fais des petits trous, encore des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, toujours des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous. Je suis le poinçonneur des lilas, pour invalide changé à opéra. Je vise au cœur de la planète, j'ai dans la tête un carnaval de confettis, j'en amène jusque dans mon lit. Et sous mon ciel de faïence, je ne vois briller que les correspondances. Parfois je rêve, je divague, je vois des vagues, et dans la brume au bout du quai, je vois un bateau qui vient me chercher. Pour sortir de ce trou, je fais des trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, toujours des petits trous. Mais le bateau se taille, et je vois que je déraille, et je reste dans mon trou à faire des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, toujours des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous. Poinçonneur des lilas, arts et métiers direct par le Valois. J'en ai marre, j'en ai ma claque de ce cloaque. Je voudrais jouer la fille de l'air, laisser ma casquette au vestiaire. Un jour viendra, j'en suis sûr, où je pourrais m'évader dans la nature. Je partirai sur la grande route, et coûte que coûte. Et si pour moi il est plus temps, je partirai les pieds devant. Je fais des trous, des petits trous, encore des petits trous, des petits trous, des petits trous, toujours des petits trous. Y a de quoi devenir dingue, de quoi prendre un flingue. Se faire un trou, un petit 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 trou, et on me mettra dans un grand trou et je n'entendrai plus parler de trous, plus jamais de trous, de petits trous, de petits trous, de petits trous.
You know, a lot of people know Waters of March, and they know that this Regina version. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So I'm very unfamiliar with Brazilian music, you know. I just know it's awesome and all, but I'm not like, I don't listen to much of it, you know. And of course, I knew this song sort of, kind of in the back of my head, you know what I mean? So when I really listened to it, there's a few problems with it. First, the chord progression unfolds, and there is not really a rule of where things change. So there's a lot of chords and a lot of movements, but at random places. It's not built like a regular song. So there's something different right here. I know that Sarah loved to sing that song, so that was perfect. She had that in her repertoire already. And we wanted to keep like our personality, you know what I mean? So for us, that kind of beats, we call it a gypsy bossa. It's not a bossa, it's more like a rumba or whatever. I forgot what type of rhythm it is. But it's a certain kind of like drive on the guitar, which is different than the Brazilians.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do it with like the fingers and stuff. It's a bit lighter. Ours is a bit more driving, you know, because it comes from the gypsy world. So the whole song now revolves around that drive of the guitar. Actually, we neglect the power of the guitar in the rhythm section. It's completely like neglected, and I think the guitar makes everything swing better. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that because I'm a guitarist, you know. I love the guitar, I'm a guitarist, fine. But really, absolutely, if you have a rhythm guitarist in your band, someone keeping the beat, that's going to make the music groove like 10 times better. Mm. Actually, my favorite recordings of Charlie Parker are his very first ones when he's in Kansas City. And there is like 4 tracks that are recorded on acetone. And he plays like along with a guitarist. The guitarist makes him groove like so much better. So when he improvises, it's much more interesting and richer because he has that specific groove behind that makes everything groove better. If you listen to a Count Basie orchestra, listen to how it swings. It's incredible. And it's because behind they have the guitar that ties everything together. And that's exactly the what we're doing here with Django New Orleans. Is we have the guitar, still the rhythm guitar that ties everything together. It's so important. And
Yeah.
so that song, Waters of March, we played the English version because Jobim wrote it in Portuguese and in English. He has both, and he sung it in both actually himself. And so, and we tried to stay close to the arrangements of the original one. But now we changed the orchestration and stuff, of course, like who is doing what. So we had like that middle part, who is playing the melody, who is playing like the long lines, when do we stop, etc. And how do we pile up things little by little to create like a movement within the song. And our drummer, Scott Kettner, is married to a Brazilian woman, and he lived in Brazil for a long time. So he's also he knows Brazilian music very well, on top of like New Orleans and jazz and stuff, although he's American, but he knows that as well. So it's a combination of all that, you know what I mean? An original version, I think.
A stick, a stone, it's the end of the road. It's the rest of a stump, it's a little alone. It's a sliver of glass, it is life, it's the sun. It is night, it is death, it's a trap, it's a gun. The oak when it blooms, a fox in the brush. The knot in the wood, the song of the thrush. The wood of the wind, a cliff, a fall. A scratch, a lump, it is nothing at all. It's the wind blowing free, it's the end of the slope. It's a beam, it's a void, it's a hunch, it's a hope. And the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the promise of life, it's the joy in your heart. The foot, the ground, the flesh and the bone. The beat of the road, a slingshot stone. A fish, a flash, a silvery glow. A fight, a bet, the range of a bow. The bed of the well, the end of the line. The dismay in the face, it's a loss, it's a find. A spear, a spike, a point, a nail, a drip, a drop, the end of the tale. A truckload of bricks in the soft morning light. The sound of a shot in the dead of night. A mile, a must, a thrust, a bump. It's a girl, it's a rhyme, it's a cold, it's the mumps. The plan of the house, the body in bed, and the car that got stuck. It's the mud, it's the mud. A float, a drift, a flight, a wing, a hawk, a quail. The promise of spring in the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the promise of life, it's the joy in your heart. A snake, a stick, it is John, it is Joe. It's a thorn in your hand and the cut in your toe. A point, a grain, a bee, a bite, a blink, a buzzard, a sudden stroke of night. A pin, a needle, a sting, a pain, a snail, a riddle, a wasp, a stain. A pass in the mountains, a horse and the mule. In the distance the shells roll, three shadows of blue. And the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the promise of life, it's the joy in your heart. A stick, a stone, the end of the road, the rest of a stump, a lonesome road, a sliver of glass, a life, the sun, a knife, a death, the end of the run. And the riverbank talks of the waters of March. It's the promise of life, it's the joy in your heart.
Yeah, it is. It's so cool. It's so awesome. Oh, I wanted to ask you, how's your tour been going? You've been touring since October?
I'm done. I'm done
Okay.
until January 14.
So you're going to be playing in February at the Regatta Bar, the 13th. And so folks can find you guys there. Do you have any Christmas story to share? What do you listen to on Christmas as a gypsy jazz musician?
Favorite is Frank Sinatra. We have that constantly on, And
Yeah.
some other things, we put playlists of Christmas songs from like Alexa and stuff like that.
Do you have any favorite Christmas memory, maybe like a musical memory of a performance?
Yeah, because I believe this is at Christmas that my uncle brought his guitar and his amp, and I was 15, and I decided to play the guitar that day. When I heard him play, I was like, wow, I want to play the guitar like my uncle, And I was at the Christmas party. So 1989.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, happy holidays. Thank you so much, Stephane Wremble, for joining us today.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Healing Wisdom. You can find Healing Wisdom podcasts wherever you get your podcast. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hold me close and hold me fast. The magic spell you